This is just a few weeks, not like a few weeks to flatten the curve, just a few weeks of this inconvenience, and hopefully we get our freedoms back.
And everyone that has lost their job over this because they didn't take the vaccine, those people all have to get their jobs back with back pay.
I don't like the way our country's going, and I think that what Justin Trudeau is against our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and I wish to stand with the people until we're free again.
I felt more hope in the last month than I have in 2 years, Sheila.
I'm just going to have some fun out here, and Emergy can hide in his office.
Ban honking, nobody seems to care.
Nobody cares. Sorry, Emergy, are you mad?
Aren't you scared of having your bank account seized by being here?
I don't have any money in my bank account.
Thanks, Trudeau, right? Sheila Gunn, Reid for Rebel News, and I'm here today just next door to the Alberta Legislature buildings for the 4th weekly truckers convoy in a row. These things are happening every Saturday. Now, this is part of the larger convoy movement against remaining COVID-19 restrictions that swept Canada and is now sweeping the globe. Now, this also includes the convoy for freedom to Ottawa, where police right now are cracking down heavily on protesters, but also on journalists too. At Rebel News, we've had reporters embedded in the convoy protests now for 4 weeks. You can see all of their coverage and support their independent journalism by visiting convoyreports.com. Now, just this morning, I said it is Saturday, Rebel News journalist Alexa Lavoie was beaten with a club, shot with a chemical irritant canister by police, and then that chemical irritant canister opened, burning her face and her eyes. You can audibly hear police striking her before she shrieks in agony. Just take a listen.
Oh!
Take care.
Bring her out, come on.
We're suing the Ottawa police for their actions against our journalist, who was simply doing her job. And you can help us, because this isn't a banana republic, it's not even a maple syrup republic. To support our defense of Alexa and our defense of journalistic freedom, please visit standwithalexa.com. Now, here in Edmonton, the convoys have grown over the past weeks, but this past Monday, Justin Trudeau brought in the Emergencies Act, which gives the government extraordinary powers to confiscate trucks and assets, snatch bank accounts, cancel insurance, seize children's and pets from people involved in convoy protests. Now, when I walked up the hill, I thought the convoy was going to be a little smaller this week, but it is just as big as ever. People here are resisting coercion, they are resisting Justin Trudeau's tyranny, and they refuse to be scared. Now, I think they've got a lot of things to say. I'm going to go talk to them in a second. 2 weeks ago, the Edmonton City Council also banned honking, but I don't think these people care all that much, because you do hear the honking symphony of freedom that happens here every single week. Now, let's head into the crowd and check it out.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Rebel News, my favorite news.
Thank you. Now, I heard that you got a ticket for your horse.
So they haven't actually physically given us a ticket, but they threatened me, and when I told them I would not give them my information, they sent 3 squad cars down to my truck. So most likely we'll get one in the mail, but...
And what do you think that'll be for?
He said I need a license in order to ride a large animal down the street, so I'm guessing some sort of parade license. So, yeah.
There's a trucker convoy like 50 feet that way, but your horse is the problem.
Yeah, and the street is blocked off. Everybody's happy to see him and just excited to be out here.
Awesome. Well, if you get that ticket, can you reach out to me? I'd love to help you fight a horse ticket.
I will.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that maybe think that this is annoying and ridiculous and all that. But yeah, I'm just here to kind of bridge the gap and spread the love and let everybody know that, you know, this is just a few weeks, not like a few weeks to flatten the curve, just a few weeks of this inconvenience. And yeah, hopefully we get our freedoms back, the freedom to choose. So.
My parents came to this country for freedom. I'm a born Canadian. I love this country. I'm a small fringe minority, but I'm here to show love for my country. They will not divide us. They will not. It's for freedom.
I say we need to stand up for the truckers right now because they stood up for us, and all the mandates have to come off. People have to be free to travel, and everyone that has lost their job over this because they didn't take the vaccine, those people all have to get their jobs back with back pay. This is just not right. Not right. You know, otherwise it's just a vaccination against unemployment.
My name is Al Luthra. I'm a veteran, and it's so nice to see Canadians coming together at this. You know, everyone's frustrated at their own level. I just had an opportunity to speak at the main event at the legislature. Oftentimes, this movement has been tainted by the fact that this is a white supremacist movement. I'm a member of Ismail minority group. I worked very hard as in oil and gas and construction and various jobs throughout, even in trucking. I like to tell Canadians one thing, which is this is a movement of the people who are fed up and they're not happy with the government. And all my personal view, I'm not representing anybody here, I'm just saying me, myself, and I and my family, we feel, you know what, let people have a choice, and government is there to work for the people, not direct the people on what they want to do. As long as it's lawful, peaceful, and it's for the benefit of the country, work with the people and listen to the voice. This is not a small fringe minority. This is someone who's very concerned about what this country is heading to, the direction this country is going. So with that, I say God bless Canada, and I hope better days ahead of us.
I don't like the way our country is going, and I think that what Justin Trudeau is against our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and I wish to stand with the people until we're free again. That's why I'm here.
This is what we signed up for years ago, and freedom is what it's about, our rights. In this country, we're losing them. And it's time that the people stood up for their rights again.
I swore an oath many years ago when I served as a veteran. I still stand behind that oath. I'm here to stand with the truckers and to support the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
I felt more hope in the last month than I have in 2 years, Sheila. True. And so have a lot of Canadians, those that were watching going across the country, those that have been in Ottawa, and legacy media is spinning it in an entirely different way. I'm not sure why people don't want hope. I don't know why.
How does it feel to have the government threatening cryptocurrency now?
They can try as much as they like, but Bitcoin is anti-fragile, and they can try and take it. It is unseizable. Like, good luck.
It's like listening to your grandparents talk about crypto when they're talking about it in press conferences, hey?
Oh, yeah, they have no idea what they're talking about. Like, good luck, Chrystia Freeland. Like, come at us.
It reminds me of my grandma asking me how to send an email. It's embarrassing. These people shouldn't even be talking about Bitcoin at all.
These idiots make our policies. Like, welcome to the 21st century.
Are you worried about repercussions from the government for being at the protest today?
You know what, if I was out in Ottawa right now, I probably would be. But truthfully, I'm not particularly scared of Amergy. So I'm just going to have some fun out here, and Amergy can hide in his office.
Ban honking, nobody seems to care.
Nobody cares. Sorry, Amergy, are you mad?
Aren't you scared of having your bank account seized by being here?
I don't have any money in my bank account.
Thanks, Trudeau, right?
Hey, I've got 15 grandchildren, and I'm out here for them and for the next generation. God is going to free this nation, and thank you to you guys who tell the truth.
I saw that the Ottawa police are snatching dogs involved in the protest. Are you scared the cops are going to take your dog?
Well, this is the first I've heard of it, but I'm not really too scared because it's all empty threats at this point.
Are you worried about being labeled a terrorist for being here?
Nope, not at all. I mean, I'm kind of going slightly incognito because you never know with these new acts what people might do to you. But I mean, I know what I believe in my heart, and it's for freedom for everybody.
I think the public's starting to kind of wake up, so no, I'm not.
Have you seen some of the images coming out of Ottawa today? How does that make you feel to see that happening in our nation's capital?
I called it the death of the fabric of our society. It's a betrayal on a level that our society will take probably decades to recover from.
I just truly felt that we're watching the death of a once great country. And I don't know where we come back from, if we come back from this. To see that today, to see the events yesterday, that's not the country that I knew.
Absolutely disgusted with what I've seen coming out of Ottawa the last couple of days.
Well, you know, I think a lot of times law enforcement, they're doing a great job in the field, but you got to understand there's a totality of the circumstance. They must focus on use of force. That's taught to them right off the get-go. Minimum necessary force. That is if the force is presented to them. So they have to use the minimum necessary force if there's a peaceful assembly of people. Even within the legislation, this allows the people of Canada to protest. So to go out there and to be the muscle for the government, I think that I have a personal issue with. So what my thoughts are in terms of, you know, what is happening in Ottawa, you know, people, it's a democratic country. Last time I checked, we're not in communist state, but it sure feels like some days. All our veterans that have worked so hard and fought for our freedoms did for one cause, which is to protect the people, have the freedom, the way of life, and the way Canadians are. So my thoughts to all Canadians are, get involved, call your political elected officials so they can actually get engaged and be your voice. So people should not be hurt or attacked for being peaceful.
Lots of images coming out of Ottawa. The horses is one that everybody's going to remember. I think that picture is going around social media. And I don't know why some people are spinning it the way that they're spinning it. But, you know, I think that we have opened up the conversation, right? The truckers, so maybe they're not staying in Ottawa, maybe the trucks had to leave, but you know what, the toothpaste's out of the tube. It's a conversation now. People can finally speak up. They're not being silenced, although they're trying as hard as they can to deplatform and stop live feeds and those kinds of things from social media. But I think people are finding their voice and they're finding hope, and that is something we haven't had in a very long time. So,
thank you, truckers.
Thank you, truckers. And you know what? The world is watching. The world has eyes on Canada, and this has sparked something worldwide that can't be shut down now. And there's no organizer of a convoy. This is people now. People have risen up, so maybe those people have now had to fall back into the shadows, but people themselves, it's a grassroots effort. Yeah.
There's no leader here.
There's no leader here. No, just people wanting freedom and hope.
Well, that's a wrap down here in Edmonton. It was thousands of people and hundreds of trucks, just like every single week, and these people are completely unafraid of Justin Trudeau's threats to impose his tyranny on their bank accounts, their businesses, and their families. Now, to see all of our coverage from convoy protests all across the country, do not forget to go to convoyreports.com, and on that special website, you can pitch in to support our independent journalism. Here in Edmonton, just adjacent to the legislature buildings, on these very, very noisy streets, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Here in Edmonton, the police normally take a very hands-off approach, but that is not the case in Ottawa, where Ottawa police brutally assaulted Rebel News reporter Alexa Lavoie. But don't worry, we're suing the cops. To help us get justice for Alexa, please visit standwithalexa.com.